I was undecided for a while as to whether I should go skating or not. I've been on voluntary lockdown for no symptomatic reasons, other than it feels right to stay home to pretend I'm one of those carriers. I don't want to be a spreader. Sounds gross. Maybe it's since I saw that girl spitting on the sidewalk outside the grocery store. Maybe I'm watching too much news, but I felt I should stay home if I had it in me at all to stay home. I didn't hoard groceries, but I did buy a little extra each time in the last few times I've been. So I'm pretty good for food now, and I can just stay home. And I feel good about that. I'd love to see extreme measures for the next few weeks. So as far as skating, I always treat my skating like the walkers are the enemy. I'm very evasive when it comes to people. Not as much when it comes to cars, because I don't feel like I'm putting cars in jeopardy at all. They're not afraid of me. I'm afraid of them. So yeah, I don't really feel like I'm putting anybody at risk. Not like as if I was going to the grocery store, touching a pin pad, being around people who don't really believe in the problem as much as I do. Don't think they need to go to extreme measures. They can, reach past me, walk close to me, spray spittle in my face when they're talking to somebody else. Yeah, that happened. At the grocery store. So yes, this to me is an extremely low risk, but not a no risk activity. I have to be very wary of the way people move because they're very unpredictable and they don't always even protect themselves. But quite soon I'm enjoying this skate. I lose my reticence within 10 minutes. Oh yes, one more cautionary COVID bit of information. Before the skate, I washed my hands thoroughly. I sprayed down my doorknob on both sides. I sprayed down the doorknobs on the door going into the stairwell. And for good measure, I went and hit the elevator buttons, though I plan on never touching them. Maybe ever again. I wonder what things I will never do again. I always like the fist bump. I know people are really stuck on the handshake. But I don't know, I don't really miss shaking the hand of a guy who wants to display some sort of dominance, despite the fact that the person he's greeting is just happy to see him. I say him a lot here. Hate to be sexist, but it's the way it goes. So yeah, I don't know if I'll miss the handshake. I like the fist bump. Feels more like a celebration and less like a formal meeting, an appointment. So yeah, this is not a very skatey podcast as far as what I'm talking about, right? I mean, that's the wonder of video. You can kind of see what I'm doing, can't you? And you can put it all together on your own. I decided to hit the alleys more than usual today. I knew there were some streets I could hit that were very quiet too. So I did a few weeks ago just not feel like going skating for a number of reasons. And then when I was ready to skate, when I really wanted to skate, it didn't feel right to go skating. There's been so much information coming in, but it has been quite consistent from the doctors, epidemiologists, healthcare workers, that you can go outside and exercise on your own at this time in Canada. So when I heard a number of doctors say that it's fine to go out, they'd actually been out for their morning runs. Who am I to counter their information? And I'm glad I came out. It's all I thought about today was the skating. I got into that flow state where my mind was just transfixed and I was enjoying it. A rush of endorphins came back to me at the end. Here I make the mistake of thinking I have a shortcut and I cut through a place that has no exit. I don't think anybody in a neighborhood that feels that private wants some guy rollerblading from the outside during these times. I don't have to stop a lot today. Though I do. I don't show my entire flow today because sometimes I'm just skating and it's a little boring or redundant. But there were a lot of stretches where I was just able to skate and roll freely without worrying about traffic or pedestrians. And there are plenty of walkers too. Here in the park, there's walkers on the trail, and passing them from 2-3 feet away is not useful. The other trail over there looks like it's emptier, so I can just pop across the grass. And through the eerily empty park. Now this is a park I might launch a drone from in the future. Some big wide speed. It'd have to be a smaller drone. My current drone is the kind that if I flew it would turn me into a criminal. Almost all drones are outlawed in Canada. You can get a flight certificate which enables you to fly in the country. I don't spend a lot of time in the country. So over to the skate rink and the impromptu skate park, or the seasonal skate park, I should say. Skateboard park. I call it a skateboard park because it's built and all the stuff's contributed by skateboarders from what I've heard. This is something I've learned as far as why they're so possessive of the parks. Generally, they were the guys who worked to get it put there, helped put in the equipment, maintain it, keep the inline skaters out. There's not much of that anymore. There's still the odd guy that's like a soldier caught on an island who doesn't know the war is over for like 40 years. Yeah, most of them are just kind of over it, especially with the emergence of scooter people. It's taking a little pressure off. So this stretch is just so fast and enjoyable. It's not that scary. It's very smooth, hard pavement. And I got the light. There's times when I'm skating towards that light and I know I'm going to get it, but I just can't help but take the speed on the way there and know I'll burn rubber to stop for it. So I'm really happy when I get that light. Right, coming up on Queen Street, and I'm not against skating on Queen Street, but this corner in particular is, let's just say it's a little bit unsavory in the best of times. So the alley seems like a better place. Yeah, this is pretty empty, and now I get a chance to play with some textured pavement. That's even more fun than smooth pavement. So I have water here or something? No, I think I keep going. Oh, this is nice. Yeah, thanks for that. So while that did ewe me out a little bit, it was probably due to something other than a viral infection. Let's just say if you're a youngin', if you're 19 years old or 18 years old or younger, I would suggest you don't skate down the alleys without accompaniment. Well, I would say you don't at all. It's a little dicey when you get west of Bathurst and north of Queen. back on Queen. I've mainstreamed here. So yeah, did that guy really just not care until he thought he could get hit? How did he manage to invade my personal space in a nearly empty city? That's a spreader. Oh, the stops in these. That was a very short stop. I saw that and I thought, oh, you should take, what if you slip? But that's no way to think. But yeah, I might have a little more of like a 2-meter rule or something there. Oh, the times of paranoia. So it does get a little busier as I get close to home. That's the grocery market. I think it's closed, but it's still a high density corner. And yes, another quick, decisive stop. Not endangering anybody's vehicle there, though. I probably should have done more curb crawling where I'm on and off the curb and doing a little bit of slalom. This seems to be the time for it. Shot of the Aeons. I'm really enjoying these. I'm so surprised at how skatable they are. And a quick sprint at the end. Off to a blistering start, and then I get completely stood up by the wind and almost tap out. I won't even rate the stop because I was going too slow. Of course I can stop accurately when I'm going, what, 1K per hour. So that's it, guys. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay engaged, and stay low.